Alright, so here we are on week 2 of Johnny Candito's linear progression. Feeling pretty good, feeling really strong, and feeling fucking sore from deadlifts and squats the day before. So let's take a look. Bench press, heavy day. Let's get after it. So, one of the things I do before benching, especially for 6 reps, is I like to test the weight or close to the weight I'm going to lift, sometimes even higher. And I find that this allows me to get the mental capacity to make sure that I'm going to succeed on my 6 repetitions. My 3 working sets of 6, I decided on 235 pounds, and I will say that it was definitely heavier than expected. And it's kind of weird because after you do 2 or 3 on the bench, it almost feels like you're not going to be able to do another 2 or 3, and for whatever reason, you make it through. And one of the things I'm beginning to notice, especially with the bench press, because it is the upper body, is that it's so much easier to burn out so quickly. So if you're doing rep work on the bench, it's important that you try to go as fast as you possibly can under really good control, so that way you can get the reps in. I just don't see it being possible to be able to do reps slow. Not to say that it's a bad idea to do them slow, but I mean, you're trying to build strength, and a big part of strength, especially with powerlifting, is speed. So I got a spot here because I wasn't too confident about that 3rd set, and you can see how I get stuck. That's almost the same spot I got stuck at on my meet when I missed 305, or maybe it was 308. All right, so I had to split my bench press, my upper body, into 2 days because of a meeting I had to attend. So I was kind of stuck. So I had to split it up. It's just what happens sometimes. So this second session is actually the second session of upper body is actually split up in 2 days. So here I always start with warming up with snatches. I usually like to do this before the bench press. However, I was unable to do that. One of the reasons why I like doing snatches is because it allows for overhead positioning, overhead rotation of the shoulder. A lot of people who like to power lift and lift heavy, especially who like doing bro splits and having good chest days and just getting strong, end up having very tight shoulders. And so kind of what I like to do is a lot of mobility work and a lot of snatch work, some Olympic lifting, so that I can improve my overhead strength, overhead flexibility. Here you can see me stretching my external rotators and forcing myself in a good position to externally rotate the upper arm into overhead. And then I'm also stretching it out here in kind of a different position. The purpose of doing that, I'm also stretching out my chest here too. And I do this because I think my left shoulder was catching during this start of this workout. And here I am with 95 pounds, and you can see kind of how I move a little awkwardly because I am feeling a little bit tight. Probably because of the heavy deadlifts on Tuesday or a few days ago. I really wanted to snatch 135 pounds, but I wasn't feeling quite explosive this day. But so I did what I could, and I just warmed it up. Sometimes you just gotta do what you can to get the best out of your workouts. I mean, snatches were never meant to be super heavy. Okay, so here we go. Rubish Rows, a new favorite exercise. 245 pounds. It's basically a bent over row with bad form or loose form, as Pete Rubish says. In case you haven't checked Pete Rubish's channel, you gotta check his shit out. He's got some awesome stuff. It's pretty motivating, actually. And here I am with 275. This is a heavy set. I've been messing around with the form a little bit with the Rubish Row. I haven't quite decided on how I'm going to attack the form, but I do want to go as heavy as I can, which is kind of why I went to 275. So next week I'll probably go to 285, getting more hip extension. And then what I like to do is I kind of want to focus a little bit on eccentric work, controlling myself a little bit better, and maybe touching the ground, almost kind of like a bad pendulum roll, if you want to call it, something like that. And this just allows me to get a little bit of bounce at the bottom, as well as work on my lats. And that felt pretty light. I'm only supposed to do 3 sets of 6 as part of the program, but I decided to fit a little bit more volume in since I was feeling pretty okay as far as my back did. I thought I was going to be really sore, but it turned out to be okay. So here is a set with very lightweight. This is 125 pounds, just showing you exactly how a bent over row should look like with good form, with perfect form. And I kind of posted a short video of this earlier. And then for a shoulder exercise, I decided to do some overhead pressing. I decided to do clean and pressing because a rack was not available. And I thought it'd be pretty fun to incorporate this into my workout. I'm supposed to do 1 set of 6, but I decided to just kind of mess around and get some reps in. This is 125 pounds. And what I'm doing is essentially doing, I guess if you think about it, the way I'm doing cleans, it works your biceps and forearms quite a bit, works explosive strength anyway, so there's definitely some carryover there. And it's just a fun way for me to mess around while I strengthen my body. So then I up the weight a little bit and go to I think it's 135 pounds now. And the trouble that I am having is that my wrist is starting to bug me. So I did some wrist mobility, which I'm going to have on a separate video, so stay tuned for that. But I do like being able to press overhead. It just feels like so raw. If you can get 200 pounds over your head, like just, that's not clean and jerk, but just press that shit up, it just feels so strong. So anyways, thanks for watching my video. Be sure to take a look at my other videos that I have here, my other workouts on the linear progression. Again, this is a video of my second week on the program, second heavy session with upper body, as well as take a look at some of my nutrition and mobility stuff. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click like if you like this video. And thanks for watching.